Hi everybody, it's Colin from colinscott.com.gm, and we're here today to talk to you about the new phenomenon that's taking over the internet marketing world, and that is the merging of an old friend called an RSS feed or real simple syndication feed with a new friend called the Adsense for feeds option that you find in your Google AdSense account. Now, for those of us who don't know what an RSS feed is, we've actually included a link to the definition of an RSS or real simple syndication on Wikipedia right below this video. We suggest that you go ahead and read that article and then come back and watch the rest of this video. Now, for those of us who actually know what an RSS feed is, then this is absolutely going to knock your socks off. This is a combination of RSS feeds for packed websites or packed domains, and these RSS feeds are going to include Google AdSense. Now we're going to show you from start to finish how you can actually apply this new trick in just a few minutes. Now first we wanted to tell you, let's assume that you have a parked domain, and for this particular example we're going to be using one of our friends' parked domain, and that is manishwater.com. Now manishwater.com, of course, many people who are Jamaicans are going to know exactly what it is. It's actually goat head soup. So it doesn't sound very appealing, but I can tell you as a Jamaican, it's a very tasty soup dish that many people would want to try. Now what we're going to do is to take manishwater.com and we're going to create an RSS feed for that. So what we're going to do is to go to dapper.net. Now dapper.net, as it describes the name, is truly a Dapper website. It allows you to create an RSS feed for any website, whether it's a parked domain or whether it's a completed website or whether it's a blog. It doesn't really matter. It allows you to capture that particular page and turn it into an XML in just a few minutes. Now what we've done is that we've already created that XML or that RSS feed for manishwater.com, and what we're going to do is just going to be logging into our particular website, and there we have it, Dapper Services, Manishwater. We're just going to go ahead and click on that. So there you have it. This is actually what the RSS feed looks like, and of course, as you can see, it's all that data that runs through here. Now let's assume, of course, you can also subscribe to it. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to take this, and we're going to go ahead and copy that. We're going to go over to FeedBurner, paste that in here, and we're going to test the validity of this particular RSS feed. So while that runs now, we're going to also explain to you how powerful this particular service is going to work out for you. This is like nothing that you've ever seen. Now identify feed source, as you can see. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this. Okay, there you have it. So now what is actually happening here is that it's telling you that you can actually go ahead and burn that feed. Of course, you have to activate that feed and you have to actually enter in your data, which is your username and password and email address. Now we're not going to do that because we don't want to actually validate our friend's feed for manishwater.com. So we're just going to leave that for the time being. But we're just showing you exactly that you've actually created a feed for this particular domain name, and that particular domain name is already parked, and that in itself is a tremendous achievement. So what we're saying is, of course, there are no links because we actually didn't add links. Why didn't we add links? Because we're now going to add our Google AdSense links to this particular feed. So what we would do here is that, as you can see, this is my Google AdSense account. I can't show you my publisher ID for security purposes, but what we're going to show you is that you can now create an ad unit that fits within your RSS feed. However, that has to be registered with FeedBurner. But just to give you an idea of how the entire system works is that you just go ahead and you burn a new feed using your FeedBurner, add it to your Google AdSense feeds here, and voila, this now is publishing this now. And then of course you have the ads that are set in particular scenarios, and you can actually determine if that particular ad comes after the second feed item, the first feed item, the third feed item, or even the fourth feed item. How cool and powerful is that you can actually have your 3 ad units right below here at the top, or you can actually have it after the second item, the third item, whichever one you want to decide. And in fact, on managedwater.com, when you're actually turning that into an RSS, you can actually delete a lot of this data that you want. We just scraped it in its entirety. We could have avoided and taken out all of this. And imagine how powerful that is if you're able to actually add an image ad beside each of these entries here. So you'd probably put an image Google ad above soups make great soup, or above here chicken soup recipes turn into a salad meal, and you put a particular image ad above that. People are going to be clicking on the image, and that's just as simple as it gets. Now, what about the whole fact that now you have an RSS feed, and that RSS feed is populated with Google AdSense? What's the next step? Well, the next step is Ksoft. Now, we already bought this software, so I mean, just drop us an email at colin@colinscott.com.jm or at cscott@getjamaica.com, and we'll send you a free copy of this particular software here. And we of course have the personal edition, so you know we can send you a copy of that. But look how powerful this software is. What it does is that it takes this RSS feed and it publishes that RSS feed to all of these RSS search engines, every single one. And these are automated RSS search engines, and we actually use this software. So for our park domains, we have already begun to see a massive amount of traffic coming in. Now, once you find yourself doing this for your hundreds or just even 10 or 20, you will start to earn Google AdSense revenue for or through your RSS feed that is attached to your parked domain. Now, many park companies like Cedo.com and Parked.com state that you cannot actually use your park domain and actively advertise it. Well, this is not advertising. You're creating an RSS feed for your park domain and you've submitted it, and that's it. They can never tell that you're actually actively marketing your park domain, because at the end of the day, listen, there's no way for them to track that, because there's not going to be single traffic coming from any one direction, and it's all going to seem as if it's natural traffic that is driving individuals back to this particular park domain. So guys, if you want any more data or help on this, just go ahead and drop us an email at colin@colinscott.com.jm or at cscott@getjamaica.com. So until tomorrow, we definitely are going to have something new for you. So keep posted, or look on your page and subscribe to our Yahoo or our YouTube content. Alright guys, take care. Till next time.